If I were to ask you if you were left-wing or right-wing, you'd probably give me an answer. But how do you know? What exactly does left and right actually mean? Well, in reality, not much. So technically, the economic right supports free market capitalism, while the economic left supports government restrictions and socialism and communism. That is pretty much the only thing that left and right mean universally. However, there's also socially left and socially right. These are relative concepts that change depending on where you go. There's also not really any rules to them, meaning one side could hold contradictory beliefs, but it'd still be a part of that side as a whole. Or certain beliefs may be universal and accepted by everybody, but still seem sided depending on how you frame it. If I were to say, men are stronger than women, and that's why trans women can't compete in men's sports, that would be a right-wing belief. Conversely, if I were to say, men are stronger than women, and that's why we should kill all men, that would be a left-wing belief. Now at first, that sounds fine. Both sides agree on the facts, but they disagree on how we react to them. But that's not exactly true. When the right says men are stronger than women, the left disagrees and says that women can do anything a man can do. And when the left say that men are stronger than women, the right acts like that's a bizarre concept and women have no reason to fear men. Basically, both sides are full of people who try to debunk facts that they already agree with simply because the other side said it, which is insane. The reason I bring this all up is because it makes politics really complicated. When talking about single-use plastics, the left wants to ban them, which adds government restrictions, raises the price for the average consumer, but is overall supposed to be better because it helps the environment. Now compare that to the tariffs on China. These tariffs add governmental restrictions, raise the price for the average consumer, but are overall supposed to be better by incentivizing jobs in America and by not supporting China's child sweatshops. That sounds left-wing to me, especially economically left because it's about government restrictions. However, they're seen as right-wing, not because they're right-wing economically, but because Donald Trump, a Republican, is in support of them. That's it. There's nothing objectively right-wing about these tariffs. In fact, if it was instead supported by Bernie Sanders, the entire conversation around them would be flipped, with the left in mass support and the right being vastly against, which you pretty much see with single-use plastics. When presented with new information, like a political belief, most people have a gut reaction to things like whether it's supported by the left or the right, and then they'll decide whether they like it or not based on what it is, but based on outside things like who supports it. If I show you a new bill and say it's proposed by the right, then people on the right will be overly positive and supported, while people on the left will be overly cynical and pessimistic, and vice versa. Not because of what it is, but because of who's making it, which is a huge problem. People tend to view politics as more left versus right, instead of which beliefs are better. So stop defending sides and start supporting arguments.